We go to another work. This is a painting by the same artist, Pablo Picasso. So what is the discovery we can do here? Because when you look at this face, oh my God, it is so broken, distorted. It is broken into pieces. This is not the real face. You can start shouting, but then you can also say, wait a minute. It is actually not broken, because what we see is the face of a woman who is crying. And when we cry for any reason, then don't we look broken? Yes, we look broken. And sometimes my friend tells me, come on, don't break down, cheer up, my boy. So this is that moment. And this is the story of this painting, that you're so sad that when you're crying, your face looks like broken into pieces. And then we see, okay, what looks like broken is actually not broken outside, it is broken inside, right? So, similarly, when you look at these three African masks, okay, from Africa, they are masks of human beings. They are like us, but they don't look like us. Now, if I say, look, this doesn't look like a human being, that looks like a little human being, the middle one doesn't look like a human being at all. This is okay, but when you begin to discover by looking at these sculptures very carefully, you can see in all these masks, three different kinds of human beings. And this is great fun to discover that like all human beings, we don't look same. So all sculptures of human beings, all the faces of human beings, all the paintings of human beings also don't look same. So this is another fun of looking, that you discover that in art, all art not necessarily have to be same. If you are there, 30, 40, 50 students, and if you include me, if I am the 51, then all the 51 artworks can be very different from each other. And then we feel so happy that we are not drawing or painting the same thing. Now I'm showing you a wall painting, a very old wall painting from Gujarat. You know the state of Gujarat in the Western India near Rajasthan? And in Gujarat villages, the village people, they do so beautiful paintings on the wall. Again, when you look at a painting like this, where you find so many things happening, so many figures, animals, birds, elephants, what does it mean? It means, again, you will have to look at these paintings carefully, slowly, and discover all the elements. You can't go fast because you have to discover. And trust me, that to look at a painting like this, to discover the details of this painting, all the figures, you need time. So sometimes it is really a great joy to look at a painting like this, not in a hurry, but slowly, so that you can keep discovering many, many things. So similarly, if I show you this drawing and quickly go back to this, okay, there was a man who was making a drawing. Nothing like that. But then he said, again, wait a minute, look at this drawing carefully. Can you discover something which is very funny here? Something very funny happening over here. Maybe when you look at this drawing, at first glance, you may not discover. When you look at this drawing carefully for the second time, third time, then you really see something very funny. I'm not going to tell you what is that funny. What is so funny this drawing is all about? I'm sure all of you have seen, all of you have been able to notice the most interesting thing about this drawing, okay? Or for that matter, this one. When you look at this drawing for the first time, okay, there is a man who has placed his maybe the left foot or the right foot, I think left foot or maybe right foot on the chair. But then again, what exactly is he doing? Is he drawing his own shoe? This is a very funny drawing. But this fun has to be discovered. How? By looking at these drawings very carefully and again and again. For that matter, this one. Look at this drawing. What do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 6, 7 lines. Nothing else. Absolutely blank. Empty space. But I know, sorry. But I know all of you have, all of you desperately, you're trying to raise your hand and say, I know, what is this? I also know what is this. You also know what is this. I'm sure you will all agree that this is the drawing of a cat, right? But have you discovered something? When we draw cat, we show so many things. The whole body, all the legs, the mustache, the whiskers, and the ears, and the eyes. In this drawing, the artist has shown almost nothing. Yet, all of you are very, very confident and happy to discover that this is the drawing of a cat. This is not the drawing of an elephant or a human being or a tree. How is it possible? Have you ever tried that? To do very little, minimum, yet you're able to show so many things. Now, this is possible only when you are really ready to discover so many things in a work of art. When you're ready to believe that there is a great joy in discovering in art, not just looking. So this is what we really understand, that looking at art is equal to discovering art. Just by looking is not enough. You must have that great joy of discovery, that spirit of discovery. Let me discover what is this, even if it is not shown. Let me discover the story. Let me discover the story behind. Let me discover the story next. Whatever, but we have to discover. And this is where we always find that looking at art is so much fun, so much enjoyable. For example, we don't have any problem in looking at this, we call it terracotta, which means red earth, clay. This is the medium of this little sculpture. This is made in clay. And then later on, it has been properly fired to make it really tough and durable. Okay, what do you see? You see a cycle. What do you see? There is a child. Who is riding? There is a woman, a mother. So there is a mother and child, But again, wait a minute. We don't see her legs. We see the legs of the child, probably, but we don't see the legs of the mother. But we don't have any problem either, because we discover the legs of the mother mentally. Otherwise, that she is seated on the cycle, that she is riding the cycle, is shown so beautifully without showing the legs that we are absolutely happy about it. So, in art, it is not necessary that you have to show everything. On that note, I end my presentation here.